Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, Davis-Wade Stadium, where they've got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. Fair catch called for and made. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Hold and fire complete. And he delivers the blow, and he's still running. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, there's no mystery. We're going to get one of our best players involved in the game on the first play of the game. Just throw it up and let him go make magic happen.
Handoff from the shotgun. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking to throw on second down. Quickly to the tight end. At 245 on his way. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? The first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. Really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. On the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Mississippi State. The defense with the scoop and score. You know, the defense is all about stopping teams, but when you have a chance to swing momentum, scoop it and score yourself, it is such a huge play.
Yeah, you just go to the offense like, bro, we don't need you. We got this. We'll score ourselves if we have to. Great job by the defense, doing what they need to do, and then go talk a little trash to the offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Fuller. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Pressure coming. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
Get this far behind the chains and it's a guaranteed passing situation, defensive linemen go to work. That's what we do. We want to get sacks. We want to rush the quarterback, especially in known situations like this. That's why the quarterback tasted that dirt.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Reels it in down the left side. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. He's going to pass. He's not afraid to go deep. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
He'll keep it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them...
Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tiger! That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive. Just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run. They're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. On first down, here comes this offense. The give to the tailback. It's that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to the big tight end. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Off the play fake on first down. Wants to throw. It's caught. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Got room at the 35. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
They're trying to get to him. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
After the misfire, now on second down. Quarterback checking off. On second down, they'll take to the air. Caught close to the marker. It's Brown. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup. He went for it. He attacked it. Got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
They're going to run it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Makes the grab on the left. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long, ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass, trying to get to it. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on one time in that loss last week. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Final play of the quarter coming. Out of the gun, the inside give. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Mississippi State 14, Clemson 7.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Motion from the offense. On second down, wants to throw it. Feeling some heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
On third down, going up top. He finds his man, and he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Offense facing fourth down.
On fourth down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run here. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And in these situations, you're never looked at poorly, right? You can go for these situations because it's a really long field goal, so it's not a guaranteed make, or I can be aggressive off.
Throws for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 4...
Going for the big play. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Touchdown, Clemson. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Number 60 with the grab and the score.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. Looking to throw. To the end zone and is picked off. I don't know this says about trusting your defense, but they're going for an early onside kick down one possession. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least...
Lets it fly deep downfield. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on 4th down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. And he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the defense.
They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. At the 20, he's got space. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Mississippi State. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his man. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
He's looking to throw it. That's caught. It's Hardy. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on him today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Finds the tight end. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to keep a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be. And now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
Give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a shot. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
4th down and 12 is 4-down territory for this offense. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's going to take off. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. Here comes Clemson with another 1st down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Makes the grab down the middle. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
That goes down as a pass completion. How about the quarterback seeing the fullback, understanding I can get some positive yards here, dumping it off to him to get a small gain.
Running back searching for a hole. Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. 3rd down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. From the gun, wants to pass. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it. You could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
Trying to beat the D deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Going to try to get it himself. It's a fumble. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
He turns that loose down the right side. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. He'll take another shot here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Coming after it. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. He's going to pass on second down. A strike downfield. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This feels like 4-down territory, third and short from the 40. They'll try to get it through the air. Getting some heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the return, it's West. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time. I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Grab near the sticks. It's Ramsey. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Going up top on first down. Lofts one high and deep. And he makes the grab, but he's out of bounds. Incomplete pass. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. And he falls on top of his own fumble, and the offense will retain possession. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. give to the running back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
He's had a day, 103 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. On second down, he'll let it fly. Quick strike complete. He's there to make the stop, and the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. They'll run it on first and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Mississippi State going up-tempo. Barrels ahead. Touchdown, Mississippi State! And the route is on.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's third and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a win.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Stands in and takes the hit. And he's got it inside the 35. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. After that completion, move the sticks. It's first down. He wants to throw. Turns it loose. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
He'll just keep slinging it. Ball in the air, intercepted. He'll try to take it back. At the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs. How about that D coming up with a play like that?
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
On second down, just keeps firing. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been set.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Has this head coach lost his mind? Does he know where the ball is on the field? He's going for it this close to his own end zone. Fires to the right. And it's picked off for the third time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. They go to the ground. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
It's so easy to be up here in the booth and say, you should have put more zip on that. Sometimes you got to use the lob wedge. That time, you probably should have used the drive.
They'll throw it on first down. Looking for a huge play. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And he was finding space, and he took it all the way back to the 22.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Plows through the defense. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
This running back just doesn't go down easily. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. Here they come facing 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. He gets a hand on it. He picks it up. Flying down the left side. The 40. The 30. Inside the 10. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Tigers. No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. Strikes the blow. After that score, they'll try to build some momentum here in the 3rd quarter and get it back with an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Using the quick game. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Moffitt. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the pummeling has started. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing, he's working defensively. You got to figure something out. You got to to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live for the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
He's back to throw on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
The give to the back. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
Tackle is made at the 20-yard line. Second down. That's the end of the third quarter.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. From the gun. Give on the inside. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
On third down, he drops to throw. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. He gets a hand on it, it's blocked. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Trying to escape and get it himself. Corralled and brought down by the defense. Third down conversions, always a huge stat. They've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback extends the play. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
These guys aren't human either. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback is snowed under.
You got to love a defense that just is flying around and having fun. That's what these guys look like, right? All game long, everything has gone their way. And here we are early in the 4th quarter, and they are still bringing their A game, getting a sack on that last one.
Fires to the wideout. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Trying to take it back. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Mississippi State. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Southern Miss is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Louisiana. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything. And he throws another interception. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. They'll run this play from the pistol. Handoff to the lone back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough, so it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
Pass on the way, it's picked off. He didn't get a lot on the return, but man, he set his offense up at the 30.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead, you know they're going to be passing, and you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
The give, and tick, 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 tick. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and deep shot for the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. They're just about ready to kick it away. The kick coverage team was ready and in their lanes, and he would have been better off just to take a knee in the end zone. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown, and there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next one.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain.
And the quarterback's in the pocket, and he decides to take off the scramble and just couldn't get to the first down marker. You could tell he wanted to pass the football.
Oh, he wants it all. Fires it into traffic, and it's picked off. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. This is what an